sports.
Lakers hit the jackpot.
Right?
I know.
Without even like really trying or really having a shot in the NBA lottery, they kind of really did themselves a favor and jumped up. I know they couldn't physically actually do anything about it. It's all a luck of the draw, but
Yeah,
still.
The number 4 pick, does Kyle Kuzma deserve some credit for the purple suit?
Maybe, right? The purple suit maybe had a little bit of positive vibes or whatever you want to call it.
Props for the clean purple suit, dude. He pulled it off.
He was also geeking out a little bit. He had a little Game of Thrones pin on his lapel, too.
Did he really?
Yeah.
It will
Hand of the King pin.
And we'll get to the hashtag GOT, as they call it online in just a second. But we will talk more NBA draft. It's all brought to you by Matheson Gas. They are the gas professionals. So whether you need CO2, propane for your backyard grill, maybe you got a space heater out there as well. Local businesses, hospitals, breweries, restaurants, everybody needs gas. So go to Matheson Gas in Fontana, Rancho Cucamonga, or Riverside. They got 3 locations. You can also visit them online at mathesongas.com. So remember, when you need gas, think Matheson Gas. So the NBA Draft Lottery happened on Tuesday night, and man, those long-suffering Knicks fans,
Yep.
I don't know what it is, but they just can't get it right. They were supposed to be the number 1, right? The number 1 pick.
There was something in the air because even Patrick Ewing looked like he was ready to be screwed over all night long. He had just a straight-faced look all night.
You know, it's that pessimistic New York thing.
This isn't going to end well.
Right.
And it didn't. They were supposed to be the number 1. In fact, if you went online, you see all those, they call them photo edits of like Zion Williamson already like in a Knicks uniform.
Yeah, exactly.
And long story short, the Knicks did not get number 1. It's the New Orleans Pelicans. And the Knicks are going to be number 3, in fact, right in front of the Lakers. But Zion is going to be the number 1 pick. He's going to be a Pelican.
And the Lakers kind of hit the jackpot. I saw going into the lottery, they were like an 80% chance of being like the 11th pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had not good odds.
Right.
And to get to number 4, that's a big deal. I know you're thinking, oh, number 4 doesn't sound that good. No, it is. Actually,
That's
for
gonna
them,
be
it's really good.
game-changing player.
So now with the number 4 pick, you can do a couple things. You can say, I'll trade the number 4 pick for already a known commodity, a player that in the NBA, or you hold on to it, maybe you get something there. I don't know.
Player, man.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of those Duke guys, the Virginia. I mean, there's good players out there at number 4.
Okay, I mean, I was like, all right, Lakers.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and maybe that number 4 pick is packaged up to get Anthony Davis from the Pelicans.
Ooh.
I mean, there's so many possibilities right now.
It's going to be a good offseason for basketball.
I think so.
Dude, last year, remember with LeBron and Kawhi, like last summer was insane with LeBron and Kawhi, but this summer could be pretty good too.
So here we go again.
Here we go, all over again. And another note, the Lakers say they're going to have their press conference to introduce Frank Vogel, their new head coach, because they haven't officially announced it yet.
No.
It's probably going to come Monday, and everyone's like, why the delay?
Right.
What's going on here?
Because they're probably trying to figure out that Jason Kidd deal on the roster or whatever. They desperately want Jason Kidd on this roster.
Yeah, they do for some.
He's impressive, but I heard the word is that they want him on the roster and they can't make him the head coach because of his domestic violence issue, and so that's why they're trying to put him on the staff.
That whole little thing.
That's what I heard from ESPN.
And you could be right. They probably want him that bad, but they're trying to find a loophole, right, to get him on the team.
He can be an assistant coach.
Yeah.
He can had a DV, but he can't be head coach.
So we'll see what the
There's
Lakers.
rules, I guess.
Yeah, there are rules, and Frank Vogel hopefully is not just a holding spot, for Jason Kidd. When things go sideways, he'll just step in there.
The old Pacers guy, right? I mean, he actually did well.
He's good.
Oh, yeah.
He's good.
Believes in a little defense.
Yeah.
LeBron isn't afraid of some defense. It could work.
It could work. I hope so. He was a good coach.
It may not.
It may not. You're right. It may
I
not
don't know.
either. I don't know. Who knows?
That's the beauty of it. We find out.
NBA playoffs, despite 31 points from our favorite guy, Kawhi Leonard, the pride of King High School in Riverside. Toronto did lose game 1 against Milwaukee last night, 108-100. That series, I think, is going to be a battle. Better than the Western Conference Finals. I think the Eastern Conference Finals between Milwaukee and Toronto is going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be awesome.
You nailed it. They lost, but Kawhi still looked good.
No, he's the best player.
Yeah.
Speaking of, i.e., children like Reggie Miller or Charles Barkley, they're picking the Bucks to win the whole thing. Pep, what do you say to that?
You know what? I'll be honest.
The Greek Freak.
Hey, Patrick, I'll be honest.
Milwaukee.
I went through their
Weird.
the box score last night because I'm like, who is on this team?
Right.
Yeah.
I had to dig through the box score, and I'm like,
They're good.
okay, yeah, I'm coming around.
And
They've
he-
got
and
some
they
guys.
They got the star.
Yeah, they got Giannis.
Yeah, all you need right now is Giannis.
They've got some guys.
Milwaukee.
So, yeah, I know. It sounds weird to say it out loud.
I
Yeah.
got it out.
In the West, Golden State took game 1 against the Blazers. It wasn't really that close. Game 2 tonight, maybe no Kevin Durant again, but Golden State's fine without him. So
Yeah,
don't,
that Achilles
don't
is
worry.
killing him.
Don't feel. Yeah, it is.
I know they're
So
saying it.
There's a calf strain.
Yeah.
Come on.
Man.
Ouch, baby.
don't mess with the Achilles.
His contract's coming up. No, it's not an Achilles.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
No, it's a bruise. I'm fine.
And KD could be that. Does he go to the Lakers? Does he stay in Golden State? Does he go to the Knicks? He's
Dude,
that big name to watch
he's
this
right.
summer.
Dude, he's older now too. An Achilles injury, if it is, it could be a big deal.
Well,
Yeah.
and he's got his championships, so
He's good.
Doesn't necessarily have to chase those anymore.
Just bring the Sonics back to Seattle. Thank you.
Thank you. Baseball last night. Dodgers beat the Padres 2-zip. Kenta Maeda was unbelievable. 12 strikeouts.
Wow.
He also knocked in the only 2 runs for the Dodgers.
The machine.
Wow.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
getting it all done by himself.
Just
Still-
has to do it himself. It's cool.
Still most wins in baseball. And
They
the
Bugs Bunny at every position.
I did. Yeah,
Throw to
that-
Bugs Bunny, hit it, catch it.
Right.
I remember those cartoons. Those were the
Beautiful.
best. Those are the best. Those are the classics. The Angels did lose, but hey, a shout out to Jared Walsh. He last season, actually 2 seasons ago, he was with the 66ers, made his MLB debut for the Halos yesterday. 3 hits in that game.
Ooh, wow.
And I bring him up. I mentioned him on this very show because he's a 2-way player like Shohei Ohtani.
Okay.
He hits and he pitches.
It's like a new thing.
It is kind of a new thing, and I
Yeah.
think Shohei worked. So the Angels, it trickled down to San Bernardino here. He was doing it with the 66ers, and he's continued to do it. Now he's in the big leagues. I want to see if they continue with that.
40, I know you're not a baseball guy, but just
Right.
so you know, Babe Ruth was one of the best pitchers in the league before he became one of the most
Yeah.
amazing hitters in the league. He was the original dual threat.
Yeah, he was. And finally, Aaron Rodgers, Green Bay Packers quarterback, was on Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Like for a second, right? Like a split second.
Now, listen, I can relate to this a little bit. I have a question for Packers fans because Russell Wilson is kind of a player that's doing this too. Is like, does this worry you about him doing a side project like this? I get a lot of, because Russell Wilson's always doing this other stuff.
Right.
Is he focused on football?
I think the acting one's not too bad because it is acting. It's not seen as anything crazy. Whereas, like, for the most part, Russell Wilson wants to go play baseball.
Right.
It's like he wants to go do a whole other sport.
Yeah.
And Aaron Rodgers isn't like the first guy I would think of, like, dude, I want to get into acting or I want a
Right.
cameo. Like, he's not like Rob Gronkowski, right? Like one of those guys. I don't know. He just wasn't the first guy I thought of, but he had a cameo in there. So
And
if
is
you're
it like, is
a
there
big
somebody
fan.
on the show that's a fan of him and reach out, or is
Yeah.
he a fan? He reached out to the show. Like, how does that work?
I like Aaron Rodgers, but he does seem like he loves himself enough to do it, doesn't he? I'm glad
I
got
suppose.
that. I'm glad I got that. I'm out of getting that.
Inland Sports, hey, we're all over social media. Be sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. CIF baseball and softball finals this weekend. A couple teams playing at Dodger Stadium for the title.
Thanks, Pat.
Inland Sports.